dumb. But first, Puppet Master. So I had never seen this movie. There's so many of these. There's like 10 or so. I'm not even gonna begin to try to count them or talk about the other movies. We're just gonna talk about this one, because that's all I can handle. And I don't know if I'm gonna ever watch another one of these. Maybe one day, if people demand it. But I don't think there's gonna be that much demand. I was told to watch this one after Wishmaster. Someone said that Puppet Master was better than Wishmaster, so I was like, okay, I'll watch it. It's not better than Wishmaster. Wishmaster was really good. Like, the effects are fantastic. It's scarier. Like, there's a few things that they do better. This movie isn't the worst thing in the world, though. This Puppet Master, I can see kind of why it got a cult following and it got so many sequels, because they're so cheap to make, and that's actually something I wanna look at. I wanna look at right now. I'm gonna IMDb it, the Puppet Master, and see their budget and stuff. I don't think there was any super notable actors in this or anything. Video 1989. Yeah, this is the one. 5.5 out of 10 on IMDb. It's crazy.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. But well, it's the first one, and I feel like a lot of people maybe just gave it a rating because it's maybe the best of the series. That's why they gave it a good rating. But maybe it's not. Maybe it's not the best of the series. I don't know. I've only seen this one. And this one, like you said, it's not that good, but I don't think it's that. I think you maybe hated it more than I did. The things that I liked about it were like the stop motion was pretty cool. There's a lot of stupid bits in it, but it's a movie about fucking puppets that are killing people. But I did have a huge problem with it.
Yeah.
Right off the bat in the beginning, there's a scene where right away you get the puppet cam where you see this. You don't see the puppet yet, but for a bit you see it's clearly the puppet like walking around in a crowded hotel lobby. There's people all around, and it's like, okay, someone's gonna see this puppet, right? Freak out, and they do eventually, but like much later. And I feel like there's so many people that would have seen this puppet before. Like,
yep.
It just makes no sense. Like, it's small, it's not invisible, so it's kind of silly to me. Oh shit! Oh my goodness, I almost dropped this. But yeah, no, I thought that was silly. That it clearly they would have seen the puppet. Like, come on. But what do you got? Yeah. What do you got to add, G-Bergs? You hated this movie.
Well, I did think the puppet perspective was pretty weird. And they seem to like pop in and out of it really willy-nilly.
Sometimes it was good, I think, but sometimes it wasn't. It worked to build some of the suspense. So that's sort of like a classic horror technique, but they didn't do it great every time.
I feel like they overused it a little bit. They could have been a little more selective, but
maybe so. You could go with that. You could say that.
It's hard to be critical of this movie because like it's just silly, goofy, fun horror movie. Like,
exactly. You can't be too. Well, you could.
What's that?
You can't be too critical. Well, you could, but like that's how I feel. It's a low budget horror movie.
Yeah, there wouldn't be much point in dissecting too much, but it's not as good as it could have been. It's definitely not as bad as it could have been. So it's just cheesy, campy fun.
But consider the budget, though. $600,000.
Okay, that's pretty good.
That's crazy low. So and they probably, it doesn't show what they got on box office here, but it's obviously like they would have definitely made a profit because they made like 20 other of these movies. So they must have made a profit. And they're like, we got to make more of these. And for a while they were making one of these a year. I know. I looked at some of them. It was like Puppet Master 1, 2, and 3 are all just every year they made a Puppet Master movie. And someone must have been watching them because and there was even a recentish one like a couple years ago.
Did they all go to theaters?
I'm not sure about that. I don't know about that. But
even just seeing the first one, it seems like a direct-to-video kind of movie. But
it may have been. It may have been. I'm not sure. Because it says here on IMDb video, so maybe that means that, you know. It's just maybe it wasn't just a direct to video, but still those movies made money, you know.
They did. Selling VHSs, baby.
Especially back in the day, yeah, you get this obscure shit from a mom and pop video store that you wouldn't get anywhere else. That was a different time. And this is the kind of shit that I like. I do like these kind of movies. This isn't the best of this kind of shit though. It's kind of fun. It was kind of fun though. But I do like this genre, generally, of like silly horror of like puppets, leprechauns, stupid shit that kills people. It's kind of fun, yeah. And let's talk about some of the plot because
this plot is so convoluted too. Sorry.
No, you're absolutely right, and that was one of my notes. Is that there's too many moving parts to the plot. LOL. Retro Puppet Master was Greg Sestero's first starring role. You're right, and I was probably gonna mention that because I knew that because one of the few books that I've read in my life is The Disaster Artist, written by Greg Sestero, and they talk about that in the book. And it's funny because Tommy was for people that don't know who Greg Sestero is, he's in The Room, one of the most famous bad movies of all time. The Disaster Artist was made about it. But yeah, this was not this one, but the Retro Puppet Master, much later. It was probably like 2007 or no, 4, 3, or 2, or 1, or something like that. Early 2000s probably. But I don't know. But he was in one of those. He was in not one of those. He was in Retro Puppet Master. And I actually met Greg Sestero. He came to Saskatoon for a room showing. And he also played his new movie, Best Friends, we had with Tommy Wiseau. It wasn't very good, and I kind of made the mistake, but I don't know. I went with it though, even though it was kind of rude. I was just straight up saying in front of, within earshot distance of Greg Sestero, being like, oh yeah, this movie actually wasn't that good. I was like straight up, and someone was like, man, Greg's right there. Why are you bad-mouthing this movie? And I was like, well, it's not that good. I'm sorry. I'm being honest. And it was funny. Right before that, I gave him a Dr. Booty Quiver T-shirt, and he like took it, and we took a picture with him holding it. But then after the movie, I was like, keep doing your thing, keep making movies, and I'll probably still watch him. But I didn't like it. And I had to be honest,
Yeah.
Anyway, G-Bergs has one of the great porn mustaches of our era. Do you still have this mustache?
I do not. I got the full beard thing going, but it's coming back for the summer.
Damn, that's the wrong buzzer. We got no mustache, but that's okay. Maybe one day it'll return.
It'll be back.
I'll be back. Okay, but we got off on tangent. Let's go back to the movie. So yeah, the plot's stupid, sort of. I mean, if they would have just taken out a lot of the plot, it would have been okay. I feel like there's too many moving bits that I won't even go into. But basically, I'm going to try to tell it very basically, that all these people are invited to this mansion because this guy that... there's so much shit. All these people have different psychic powers. I don't think it's super necessary. I don't like it. Like it's kind of cool, and it leads to some kind of fun scenes, but it just was an unnecessary part. I think the puppets is enough. That's enough to carry. That's enough magic to like carry this movie, but they had to throw in more weird shit. With like, oh, everyone has different weird psychic powers. This woman can lie in beds and know who was in it. This guy can dream the future. This guy can just see the future. Well, like, what's the difference between those two powers? There's shit like that. It's like, why? But, I don't know. It's sort of a nitpick, but it's sort of a big nitpick because it's the plot. It is convoluted, you're right. But basically, they're all invited to this funeral because this guy's dead. He is the puppet master, we find out. Spoilers, sorry, but not really. We know. We kind of know. You kind of know going into it. But he's dead. But and I sort of spoiler alert again, but not really because I sort of saw this coming too. He's not really dead. He brought them here. Honestly, it's not even a good reason why why they brought. The plot is dumb, but all you need to know is that puppets kill the people. That's so you know, and there's one bit of magic that's like, where they explain that you bring the inanimate objects back to life, and they kill you. That was the only necessary part. Like you could have just had that and had the puppet master, but no,
Yep.
you gotta have all this shit with the powers and make it complicated. I had to rewind this movie more than I thought I would to like understand what was going on. And the puppets is enough. That's right. That's right. You don't forget. Draw a beard on the picture for accuracy. Maybe one day. But yeah, no, this movie wasn't the worst thing ever considering the budget and everything. They made a movie. Like I made a movie. I know how hard it is. I mean, not alone with my family, but still, you know, I know how hard it is to make a movie. And they made like a somewhat coherent film, at least. Like there's a lot of moving parts, but you can follow it if you pay close enough attention. But it is too complicated for this kind of thing, in my opinion. But it's a good runtime, not even quite 90 minutes.
Perfect runtime.
Sort of palatable in that way. And yeah, it spawned a bunch of sequels, so good for it in that way. I think I'll go play some guitar. I can't remember if I've seen Puppet Master later, but it's on Tubi if you want to watch it. And so is Stargate, which we'll talk about soon. But yeah, Puppet Master. Also, no one else joined this Discord. Yeah, no, we would have had a phone call. But no, I'm running out of things to say. Is there? Oh, boobs. There's boobs in this. There's boobs in this.
Some night.
It cut you off, but I think what you were saying is some nice boobs.
Nice boobs, yeah.
Yeah, it cut you off, but Stevie, there's boobs in this, so you might want to watch it actually. There's
and
like
a little bit of ass you can see in one scene too.
It's true. There's like 3 boobs, give or take.
There's there's a somewhat aggressive sex scene in this movie too.
More than somewhat, I would say.
It's pretty aggressive.
But yeah, this is a dirty, this is a horror movie. It's like probably rated R for the gore and stuff. Oh, and the one part I thought was kind of fun. Again, spoiler alert, but whatever. The puppet master, the puppets turn on the master. What a twist! But who cares? It's still fun to watch if you like this kind of thing. But his blood is green, and because he's undead, I kind of like that little touch.
That was cool.
It makes enough sense. Like, oh, okay, yeah, he's undead, so his blood is green. Okay, I like it. 3 boobs, I'm in. Metallica? What?
Metallica?
Oh, the Puppet Master. Master of Puppets. I get it. It took me a little bit, but I got it. But yeah, there was that. I'm trying to think of other parts of the movie that were interesting to talk about. Oh,
I was gonna mention the one psychic's accent is great. She's got like a southern accent.
Yeah.
And some of the shit she says is fucking hilarious.
Some of the dialogue is actually funny.
And these are some horny psychics. Like all the lady psychics want to bang.
It's true. It was kind of funny. And the one guy that's sort of like the lead dude is like, no, I don't want to.
I don't want to fuck. I was like, what?
Yeah, and I was so surprised. He was like, she's hot. Like, what's up with this guy? Well, to each their own, I guess. He's more interested in the science of it or whatever the fuck's going on in the plot. But like, he's more interested in the magic or whatever, not science.
What a nerd.
Because he's from Yale. They established that, right? Girl saying, pull the string. That's right. Bela Lugosi would be proud. Pulls these strings. Anyways, Puppet Master. This movie is I'm running out of shit to say about it. But, oh wait, there was something else I was going to say. So there's different puppets. Let's talk about all these, well, not all the puppets, but some of them. Because there's like 5 puppets, or give or take. There's the main puppet, And there's an opening scene with like the original puppet master, and he like kills himself, and he has the puppets. But then we don't get to see most of those puppets. We see the one again, but he's like the main puppet. So of course we're gonna see him, the guy in black. He's on all the, like the poster of every one of these movies. He's got like the black
hat and the knife.
black hat and the knife and the black coat. But there was these other puppets that I thought we were gonna see more of, and we didn't. So I don't know if I'm necessarily disappointed, but I just don't know why, you know. But the other puppets, there's one with the drill in the head, was kind of cool. I didn't like it at first actually, but it grew on me. Was the one with the really little head and like the human hands was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I like that guy. He was kind of
Punching people in the face.
He was kind of interesting. Yeah, that was like a reoccurring theme in the movie. Like there's a few scenes with just someone getting punched repeatedly in the face, which that was kind of fun. To watch anyway. It's not so fun to get punched.
The scene where the little pinhead guy fights the lady psychic is fucking hilarious, and I would recommend this movie just for that scene.
Wait, sorry, which part?
Where the little pinhead guy is fighting the lady psychic, like he's punching her in the face and shit, and then she's just like throwing him around the room. Right.
There's some good bits in this movie actually. Captain Cougar uses squirt. Horny sidekick equals side dock. Horny sidekick. Good comments, folks. All right, Puppet Master. I think starting to run out of stuff to say about it. We touched on the most important things. I think the plot being super weird. The fact.
Convoluted plot.
Yeah.
Not enough puppets, probably.
I think the amount of puppets is okay.
Fair enough. I thought we'd see more of them throughout the movie, but
there was like 5. That's a good number.
True. I just thought I just mean more screen time. Like they might be
more screen time
on screen more, but I mean
that's part of the building.
That's fine. That's tough. That's stop motion work, and that's tough work. So.
And that's not all of it's stop motion though. Some of it is just the puppets, and they're like you can tell when it's puppets, and you can tell when it's stop motion.
It's true, yeah.
But that's usually going to be the case. But no, I think it was handled actually pretty well. The amount of puppets didn't bother me because it's a low budget film too, so they could only probably afford so many. But yeah, the screen time I get too, but at the same time, it's the suspense, right? So that they're building up the suspense is part of it. But it's boober effect. Yeah, we love boobs here on the Booty Quiver channel. But yeah, I am running out of stuff to say, so I'm gonna end it unless you got more stuff to say, G-Bergs.
I do not. I'm gonna give this a solid 4 out of 10.
4 out of 10 Bergs. That's lower than I'm gonna give. I'm gonna think. This isn't great, but it wasn't terrible. It had some fun bits. It had some fun tits. I'm gonna give it 5.7 is what I'm feeling.
Above the IMDb rating. Ooh.
Yeah, I guess slightly. I didn't think about that, but I rate pretty high generally. But yeah, 5.7. I liked it. It was fun. I can see why it spawned. It spawned so many sequels. They're cheap to make. They make money. Keep making them. And they're harmless little horror movies. I mean, the people in the movies are getting harmed, but movies aren't real. Anyways,
right on.
I think that's it.
Thanks for having me on, Doug.
You're welcome. Always a pleasure, G-Bergs. Take care, my friend, and bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Until next time. Toodaloo. Alright, there goes G-Bergs. Now, I'm taking this picture off the wall, and I'm gonna go up to the screen and put on the mumble rap song.
Oh yeah, it's me, Juggler.
so
So this is a
loud.
mumble rap song. We're doing it contemporary style for the kids, you hear?
Puppet
On
Master.
to the, yeah.
Alright. It's still pretty loud. Alright. So Puppet Master, 5.7 out of 10 dogs. I liked it. It was silly, goofy, gory. Not super gory actually, but kind of gory. You know, it was fun. The plot was super convoluted, unnecessarily, but good stop motion. Not so bad. 5.7 out of 10 dogs. Puppet Master.